Hey, architecture firm owners and emerging leaders. Get ready for unparalleled insight into the development of a world-class architecture firm and a worldwide organization driving the digital transformation of the design and construction industry. With Build Smart, the podcast that's changing how our profession operates. We share the incredible stories behind innovation in the building industry with my friend and co-host, Patrick McLeamy, FAIA, former CEO of the international architecture firm, HOK.
You know, Yamasaki's office or firm lasted during his lifetime. And when he passed away, I think that was the end of the Yamasaki office. Helmut did not want that. He wanted a firm that would live out and grow beyond the founders.
In Season 1, discover the untold stories behind HOK's meteoric rise, from 150 employees in St. Louis to a powerhouse with over 1,900 staff members and 27 offices worldwide.
You know, they weren't as polite as the Kojima people. That was just boom. And anytime you have a creditor, whether it's Kojima or the bank, that wants their money, unless you can raise money someplace else, you are out of business.
Bankrupt. And hold on tight for Season 2, where Patrick takes us on a new adventure as chairman of Building Smart International, shaping the future of digital transformation in the design, construction, and operation of built assets.
Ian Howell, Ken Harold, and I, Ken was my technical representative from HOK. The three of us took a tour of Europe of 5 cities in 5 days. Very busy time.
Simply follow the link in the show notes to subscribe to Build Smart now and uncover lessons that will transform you and your architecture firm. Hey, architecture firm owners and emerging leaders. Get ready for unparalleled insight into the development of a world-class architecture firm and a worldwide organization driving the digital transformation of the design and construction industry. With Build Smart, the podcast that's changing how our profession operates. We share the incredible stories behind innovation in the building industry with my friend and co-host, Patrick McLeamy, FAIA, former CEO of the international architecture firm, HOK.
You know, Yamasaki's office or firm lasted during his lifetime. And when he passed away, I think that was the end of the Yamasaki office. Helmut did not want that. He wanted a firm that would live out and grow beyond the founders.
In Season 1, discover the untold stories behind HOK's meteoric rise, from 150 employees in St. Louis to a powerhouse with over 1,900 staff members and 27 offices worldwide.
You know, they weren't as polite as the Kojima people. That was just boom. And anytime you have a creditor, whether it's Kojima or the bank, that wants their money, unless you can raise money someplace else, you are out of business.
Bankrupt. And hold on tight for Season 2, where Patrick takes us on a new adventure as chairman of Building Smart International, shaping the future of digital transformation in the design, construction, and operation of built assets.
Ian Howell, Ken Harold, and I, Ken was my technical representative from HOK. The three of us took a tour of Europe of 5 cities in 5 days. Very busy time.
Simply follow the link in the show notes to subscribe to Build Smart now and uncover lessons that will transform you and your architecture firm. A better business starts with planning for profit. Download our free course, Profit for Small Firm Architects, at EntreArchitect.com/free course. This is EntreArchitect Podcast, episode 151. Welcome back to the EntreArchitect Podcast. My name is Mark R. LePage, and this is the podcast dedicated to a successful life as a small firm architect. Whether you have plans to someday start your own firm, whether you're in the process of launching a startup, or you might be an experienced small firm architect just trying to make a difference, this podcast is for you. My goal is to inspire you to build a better business so that you may pursue your purpose with passion and live the life of your dreams. I have big news from our friends over at Charrette Venture Group. This week at EntreArchitect Podcast, how to grow your architecture firm with Todd Redding, President and CEO of Charrette Venture Group, and Rena Klein, the founder of RM Klein Consulting. This episode of EntreArchitect Podcast is sponsored by TrueStyle, the leader in high-end architectural interior doors. Learn more at truestyle.com. And Tanglewood Conservatories, combining the romanticism of the 19th century glass architecture with state-of-the-art technology of today. Learn more at tanglewoodconservatories.com. And our friends at FreshBooks are back, the easiest way to send invoices, manage expenses, and track your time. Learn more at freshbooks.com/architect. Rena Klein and Todd Redding, welcome back to the EntreArchitect Podcast.
It's great to be back, Mark.
Glad to be here too.
Todd is the president and CEO of Charrette Venture Group, a longtime friend of EntreArchitect and a partner with EntreArchitect. Rena Klein is the founder of RM Klein Consulting. Both of you are longtime friends, both with me. You know, we've been friends a long time, and friends of EntreArchitect. You have also, Charrette Venture Group, over a year ago, invested in EntreArchitect, and has been a great partner in building the growth that you see with EntreArchitect is actually certainly a direct result of the partnership that we have with Charrette Venture Group. And Rena has been a consultant not only for me and for our firm with EntreArchitect, but also with many of the members of EntreArchitect Academy. She's presented several times with EntreArchitect Academy, our private membership group, and has advised many of our members. So both of you, big-time supporters of EntreArchitect. I'm a big supporter of Charrette. I invited you here today because there's some big news. So Todd, I'd like you to start because you've both been on the show. Rena's been on episode 12, long time ago. We're on episode 151. So Rena was episode 12. Todd was episode 103. So lots has happened since you've both been on the show. Let's start with Charrette and sort of give us an update on Charrette. First of all, there's probably people listening who don't know who Charrette is and what you do. So let's start with that and then sort of talk about the progress that we've made.
Sure. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mark. It is great to be back. It's great to follow your progress as well and see EntreArchitect grow. So I know many of the listeners here have heard the story of Charrette Venture Group before. If you'd like to know all about our background and our founder, just check out our website at charrettevg.com, CHARRETTE, V as in Victor, G as in George.com. So I won't bore you with all of that because, as I said, I know many of you know the story. But in essence, Charrette Venture Group is a firm that provides a holistic approach to building a business. And when I say holistic, I mean we provide services ranging from management, leadership, finance, marketing, business development, all of the categories of business. And we provide these services to small architecture firms that seek to grow and really build a good, strong business in the design space. So those services range from, bookkeeping, rebranding, coaching on business development, leadership, recruiting new employees, all of the things that it takes to run a good business. We package all of those services together, partner with firms, and then help them grow over a period of time. That's really our mission.
Yeah, and you have a bunch of partners now, partner firms. The venture has been successful. You're looking for more. Where the idea is to help as many small firm architects grow, which is why Charrette and EntreArchitect are such great allies that we've sort of have the same mission. I've been a member on the jury of the business plan competition for the last 3 years. Rena has also been a jurist on the competition, and so we're looking to help the same people. And it's great to see the progress and the success that Charrette has had, and watching these firms, these small firms, blossom. It's really, really fun. And some of them are members, actually all of them are members of EntreArchitect Academy. As part of our partnership, one of the things that member firms get is a membership in EntreArchitect Academy. Some of them were members first and then became partners with Charrette. So it's great to see these firms grow as they develop through your help with the consulting that Charrette does.
Yeah, it's great to see the firms grow. It's great to see their businesses thrive, but it's also just great to see these people grow. I mean, the people that we work with, we develop, very close relationships. I consider them all friends as well as business partners. And, we had one person tell us that having Charrette Venture Group with her really gave her the confidence to build the business in a way that, that she didn't feel prior. So that's probably the most rewarding thing, is that we see these individuals really happy doing what they're doing, and clearly struggling with all of the challenges of running a business. Sometimes stress, and sometimes they make mistakes and things. But overall, they feel like they're really headed in the right direction. And when we first met them, many of them were stalled and didn't really know how they were going to continue. We had one firm in Los Angeles tell us last week, "I don't know what the model is, but this isn't it." We said, yeah, we hear that a lot. So it's really, really rewarding to see a lot of these firms emerge from that and begin to grow and begin to hire new talent and grow their business.
Yeah, and the things that Charrette helps firms with are the things that we're all struggling to find answers for. We're small firm architects. We're not trained as business people. We're busy being architects, busy designing buildings, busy keeping clients happy. So to put together financial systems, to put together management systems and operational systems, those are the things that you help them do. You bring in a full team. You have a full team now of consultants that help these firms put together those things, show them the steps to do that, help them put the systems together for them. And that's what happens when you do that. These firms start to grow. And Rena is one of those people, one of those longtime consultants that have been working with Charrette for a long time. And so we asked Rena to come here today because there's an announcement. I have an exclusive here at EntreArchitect Podcast. This is a first-time announcement here. So why don't you talk about what's happened here between the two of you, and the benefits of that and why that happened.
Well, I'll let Rena explain the why and her side of the story, but we are thrilled to announce the merger of RM Klein Consulting with Charrette Venture Group. And Rena, you want to tell them the story?
Yeah, it's big.
Sure.
News.
Well, I think, just starting with the mission of RM Klein Consulting and its consistency with what both Charrette Venture Group and EntreArchitect have been doing for years. And, it's not surprising that I'm number 12 podcast with Mark, because, I have been pursuing the notion that I wanted to share what I learned through my own practice and through my education and management with my colleagues in small firm practice. And I've been doing that since around 1995. And slowly over time, I shifted my professional focus from my architecture practice to consulting and helping architecture firms succeed as much as I could. So, I was delighted to meet Matt Ostanik and Todd Redding and be involved in the business plan competition and, understand what I thought to be a very innovative approach to helping small firms succeed. Because, one of the barriers, of course, is to succeed is having the money to invest in getting the help you need to be able to do your work as an architect and have some business professionals help you with the business aspects of your practice. So I just thought, Charrette Venture Group really hit on something that was really important for the marketplace, because, by investing and giving a almost a business incubator program or a team of consultants to help small architecture firms, that's usually all they need to take off and begin to grow. And as an individual consultant, I could help people do that as well. But I did at times feel restricted by not having a team of other kinds of experts to work with. My expertise and focus is operations and finance, not really a marketing and business development expert. We have working knowledge maybe, but it's been really wonderful as part of the Charrette Venture Group to work with experts in marketing and business development and social media management and website design and messaging and understanding, how that dovetails in a holistic way with operations, like your ability to actually deliver on these projects once you get them, and also finance, being able to know whether you're actually being profitable and being able to look at your numbers in a way that gives you information about areas that you're succeeding and areas where maybe you could do better. So after working with CVG for this past year, closely with Todd and the other consultants, and with the firms, which was great to contemplate having a 5-year steady relationship with these firms and not kind of a one-off, call me when you need me kind of relationship. It's really satisfying as a consultant to be involved that way. So it just began to make sense that with our shared mission and shared processes that we think about merging and being stronger as bringing my clients, which are generally a little bit larger than the CVG investment partners, already have had that growth spurt, and now I'm helping them get to the next level, so to speak, or accomplish their other kinds of goals besides growth, make their firms sustainable and more valuable, and sometimes work in ownership transition, bringing all of that into CVG and creating sort of a consulting division. Charrette Venture Group already has products and services that they will offer to clients in a one-off way, people who aren't investment partners, but this will strengthen that whole aspect of the company and enable my clients to get the benefit of the other expert consultants at CVG. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. It is exciting. I also want to mention, Rena, over the last year, she has also helped us really shape what CVG has become, right? She certainly has been extremely valuable in working with our investment partners. But as you well know, Mark, when I entered this space, I didn't know anything about architecture or the design space. And Rena has been one of those people who has mentored me and really helped me learn, what it means to be an architect and what it means to run a successful firm. And in essence, has really helped us create the entire CVG model. So it's been a great relationship, and it just seemed the right time for both of us to come together, under one entity and really work together to do it. And the other members of the CVG team are all just thrilled to hear this. So.
Can you talk a little bit about the team? So when a partner comes on through CVG, invests with CVG invests in a partner firm, what happens? What type of team is there, and what are sort of the basic steps that they go through once they do that? What do they get?
Well, it's different with every firm. It just kind of depends on where they are in their life cycle and what their needs are. But before we sign the deal, so to speak, we work to map out that 5-year plan. What kinds of services do they need? When will they need them? A few examples are, we have a firm in Portland where the day-to-day bookkeeping was just one of their biggest headaches. They weren't paying a lot of attention to it. And when they did, it took them away from the things that they needed to do. So for the first year or two, we're doing all of their bookkeeping for them. Another firm wanted to rebrand. The name of the firm was a struggle, and they wanted to to make the firm bigger than the individual. And so we worked with them. The first thing we did was work on rebranding, building a new website, all of that. So it's kind of different with each firm. It just depends on where they are and what their needs are. But those are the kinds of services we construct out over a 5-year term. And then, we bring different members of the team in to accomplish different tasks, just depending upon what the plan is. And we also should mention with every firm, and this is to Rena's point about the long-term relationship, it's required of every firm that we do a bi-weekly assessment meeting every other week. We come together, and Rena and I do those jointly now. And so we meet with the firm owners and go through all of those categories. How are we doing in business development? How are we doing in marketing, finance, and go through all of those categories. And that has become a really strong part of the relationship. I mean, you just know you're coming together at least twice a month to take a whole view of all of the work that's being done and, just check in and make sure it's working well. And I think that's been a valuable thing for the investment partners.
Yeah, we do a lot of just sort of problem solving, coaching, what's coming up this week that needs to be talked about. So I think it's really important for the firm owners to have that kind of relationship, to encourage them to work in their business development, to strengthen their strengths and their weaknesses alike. So it's good. And I just wanted to say that I think that one of the most exciting things about this merger is the ability of to be able to be involved with Todd and others in the actual creation of CVG. It's a very creative process. And, we're kind of a startup too. And the merger that we're doing is actually a model for other kinds of mergers, or for some of the kinds of opportunities or just business decisions that our investment partners and other architects are having to make these days. Does it make sense for you to merge with another firm or become an employee? Maybe you have a one-person firm that you've done for a while, but you would like to be part of a big organization. Does it make sense for you to bring your firm into this other organization, and how do you do that? And we've learned a lot about that through this process. It's been very interesting.
Yeah, we have. We were talking with so many individual architects. Every week we talk with them about their lives and their businesses. And a lot of those conversations are very similar to the conversations that Rena and I have had over the last several months as we've contemplated this merger. They're at a fork in the road. They're trying to decide whether they want to stay out on their own and grow a business. And they're realizing how difficult that is. Or do they want to, find a firm that they can just really focus on design and just be a part of?
Let's take a quick break here to say thank you to our platform sponsors here at EntreArchitect: TrueStyle Doors, Tanglewood Conservatories, and FreshBooks, cloud-based accounting software. As platform sponsors, these companies have provided funding and support for our overall mission to become an influential force in this profession of architecture. They recognize the need for small firms like you and me to build better businesses in order to become better architects. And these companies, they're run by great people. I've met them all. They're such great people. So listen up and connect with them. Say thanks for sponsoring EntreArchitect, and then specify their products. Go check out their services, see what they have to offer. TrueStyle is passionate about providing us small firm architects with the inspiration and tools to transform our designs with the most distinctive, authentic, the most special doors available. With more than 400 made-to-order styles, TrueStyle offers premium MDF doors for painted applications and 20 standard species of wood across all architectural categories, from traditional to contemporary and everything in between. Every TrueStyle door is made to order. TrueStyle, driven by design. Visit TrueStyle.com, that's TrueStyle.com, and start designing your doors today. Tanglewood Conservatories custom designs and builds authentic residential and commercial conservatories, combining the romanticism of 19th century glass architecture with state-of-the-art technology and master craftsmanship. These things are beautiful. Whether your designs call for a pool enclosure, a gazebo, a greenhouse, or a unique light-filled living space, Tanglewood Conservatories will help you create a custom masterpiece for your clients. Tanglewood Conservatories, anything else is just another room. For more information, visit tanglewoodconservatories.com. And our friends are at FreshBooks. They're back. FreshBooks is the easy-to-use accounting software designed to help us small firm architects get organized, save time, and get paid faster. Oh, I love getting paid faster. It takes care of all of my invoicing, expense tracking, estimating, reporting, and it all happens right out there in the cloud. So if you have access to your internet connection, you have access to your information. So when you're ready to give FreshBooks a try, go over to freshbooks.com/architect and check it out. They have a free 30-day trial, 30 days free, no obligation, no credit card needed. And just be sure to enter EntreArchitect in the How Did You Hear About Us section so they know that you came from us. freshbooks.com/architect. Can you talk about the typical partner? You know, if there's somebody out there listening and they think that this might be a good opportunity for them, but they're not sure if they're the right type of firm for you. Can you talk about what type of firms typically become partners with CVG?
Yeah, sure. We're getting better at answering that question. I think, 2 years ago when you and I first started talking about this, Mark, it was we were just getting started. We really didn't have an answer to that question. I would say today, Rena, would you agree? We're better. We're not perfect at answering that question. We have a lot of conversations with a lot of potential firms, but they really do need to be a good fit. So, typically it's a firm that's, somewhere, certainly under 10 employees is where we've been focusing our efforts. Typically 500,000 in annual revenue or less is a good starting point. We certainly would be interested in talking to firms larger than that. That's where our focus has been up to this point. And we have a pretty extensive assessment process they go through. Rena leads our investment committee that reviews all potential investments. And, we go through this whole assessment process. But for me, it comes down to a question that I always ask, which is, what do you want out of this business for you? And if the answer to that question is, I just really want to design beautiful things, then it may not be a good fit. What I really want to hear is that I want to build a sustainable business that will provide for me and my family, allow me to do design work that I enjoy, but it's something that will, allow me to retire someday and will provide for me and other employees. I guess the essence of the answer is that they want to build a good, strong business that will allow them to do things that they love, and they understand the challenges that go along with that.
Yeah, I would just add on to that we are looking for firm leaders who have aspirations for growth. There's nothing wrong with having a 2-person firm or a 4 or 5-person firm, and wanting it to be that way, and creating a good firm on that basis, and lots of people do. But if you're there and you have an aspiration to be 15 or 20, which is actually a really nice sweet spot for small firms, it's a size that enables you to do significant projects, but it's small enough that it still can be family-like, and the principals can know what's going on. And principals have to understand, have to have self-knowledge about this, that they actually want to grow their firm, because it does mean thinking about it more as a business. I think when you're maybe under 4 or 5, you can kind of get away with a lot of homespun ways of doing things. But when you get a little bit bigger, especially when you pass 10, you've got to begin to, or have aspirations to pass 10, which is why you want to put these systems in place, when you're small, and make them scalable as you grow. You've got to know that that's where you want to be. and that you're willing to professionalize and to give up control in certain areas, I might say, and broaden what you imagine is possible for yourself. That's the kind of people that we're looking for, really. I'd say. So it's quite qualitative, although there are some quantitative things. We want to see activity in business development, and we want to see, an interest at least in understanding finances, and a visionary approach, which that third one architects never have a problem with. So we're all step one already.
Yeah, I think that mindset of growth is very important. There's a lot of architects, especially in my world, in my community, that just want to stay small. A lot of sole practitioners that don't want to be anything but a sole practitioner. And that's okay. If that's what they want to do, build the business the best they can at that level, and, do what you want to do. But to grow and to reach some of the success that you want, because some of those people are also not reaching the potential that they really want to reach because they hit the wall, because they don't have the support that they need. And you can't have both. You can't be a sole practitioner and have these aspirations of growth. So you have to sort of get that mindset of growth fixed on what you want, whether you want to stay small or you want to grow, and be okay with one or the other. And then if you are interested in growing, you need to learn these things. You need to learn that you're running a business, and you need to learn marketing and sales and financial systems, and that you're not just going to be sitting at a table drawing and designing buildings all day. That's part of being a business owner, to being an owner of an architecture firm, is the business end of things. And you have to spend time doing that, and you have to have support and to learn what you need to learn, which is why we have EntreArchitect Academy. That's why we have Charrette Venture Group, to help you learn the things you don't know. And so I think that's really important, that mindset of growth inside and outside of Charrette.
Yeah, but I just want to remind people, we're not talking about growing to firms of 100 or even 50. We're talking about still being small firms, and we're talking about growth here.
Yeah.
In the context of Charrette Venture Group, and certainly my work. But I certainly you might envision a mid-sized firm, which now is maybe in the 30, 35 range. People do get there. But I just think that one of the reasons that I joined Charrette Venture Group and really enjoy being part of the model is that we actually do things for the firms. A lot of times as a consultant, I've mostly been able to show people how to do it, teach people, maybe give them some tools and guidance, but they kind of have to do it themselves. And in Charrette Venture Group, we're doing a lot of actual stuff for the firm owners. Yeah. They would either have to do themselves or pay somebody else to do. So like advisory CFO kind of services, do the virtual bookkeeping, or the actual branding and visioning. These are material, the website design. These are material things that we're providing. That frankly, as an individual consultant, people just couldn't really afford to pay me to do. Yeah. But the financial model of CVG is different. Somewhat front-loaded, so it's more accessible, more affordable for people.
So, if somebody was interested in taking the next step with Charrette, what's the next thing they should do? How do they contact you?
Well, the easiest way is just to send us an email or give us a call anytime. There is a space on our website to schedule a free consultation. There's a general free consultation, I think, on our contact page. And then there on the products and services page, each of the products and services that we have on the website has a free consultation button, and it's connected to our calendars, and you can go in and at your convenience just set something up. And then Sarah will send you an acknowledgement and meeting invite, all of that great information. we have been further developing our community, so to speak. So we've got a LinkedIn group now that we're trying to be a little more active with. We're certainly on social media, but in 2017, you will see a more organized and aggressive marketing effort, partly because Rena's coming on board to help get this stuff moving. But you'll see more things available in the marketplace.
Well, I'm very, very happy to see this merger, to see you both happy with this connection that you've made, but to watch you both grow as well. To watch Rena's been doing this a long time, but to see this evolution of what she's been doing merge with Charrette Venture Group, and to watch the growth of Charrette Venture Group is really exciting for me. And as a friend, I'm really happy for both of you. So congratulations with this merger.
Thanks so much, Mark. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're excited.
Charrette Venture Group's website is charrettevg.com. That's 2 R's and 2 T's, charrettevg.com. On social media, facebook.com/CharretteVG, Twitter also /CharretteVG. And the LinkedIn, the company page at LinkedIn is linkedin.com/company/Charrette-Venture-Group. There's also a group that you've mentioned. There's a LinkedIn group there as well. Todd and Rena, before we wrap, what I've been doing the last few episodes, probably the last 10 or so, I've been asking our guests one final question that I'd love to ask both of you. The question is, what's one thing that a small firm architect can do today to build a better business for tomorrow? So it's something that they can be actionable right away and see something happen, in progress for their firms. Todd, do you have a thought on that?
Well, I tell you, I feel so good about this team. I'd say you contact Charrette Venture Group. I mean,
I agree.
It's not a commercial. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I can just tell you that the people that are on this team are really good at what they do, and the firms that we work with would reinforce that. So if you want to grow a good business, give us a call, and don't worry about what you're going to contract for or any of that. We would love to just talk to you and have a conversation.
No obligation. It's just
no obligation. We're not trying to sell anything. We're looking to help firms grow. We'll worry about the financial relationship later. Start the conversation with CVG as soon as you can.
And somebody who has seen the progress, seen the process, and has experienced the process myself, because I was the first investment with CVG. EntreArchitect was Charrette's first venture, and so I've seen that progress too. So I endorse you with that suggestion to make that call. Don't be afraid of that call. There's no obligation. Just if you're interested, if you're considering it, just make the call or send the email and just have a conversation with Todd and Rena and just see if it's right for you. And if it's not, move on. And do something else. Rena, do you have an answer for my question?
Yeah, I'll give people a pragmatic answer for right now in January, which is to take a look at your 2016 results, see how you actually did, and do some planning for 2017. This is a moment in time. Do it with your staff if possible, and maybe even have a staff retreat. But think about your goals for 2017 in terms of your work culture, in terms of your financial benchmarks, and in terms of course, your design aspirations and professional goals. So that's my bit.
Yep, I agree. We just did that in the academy yesterday. I gave the expert session. Every month we do an expert training session. Both of you have been experts in the expert training session at EntreArchitect Academy. Yesterday, I did one on putting together a business plan. I do a 60-minute business plan workshop. And so in 60 minutes, we can put together a foundation of a business plan and give them something to start. And so we were just doing that yesterday. So the Academy is in the process of doing that. So.
That's great.
So both of you, Rena and Todd, thank you very much for joining me here today at EntreArchitect Podcast.
Thank you, Mark.
My pleasure.
Great to be back.
I appreciate you sharing your knowledge here. Complete show notes and a direct link to download this episode will be found at entrearchitect.com/episode 151. Hey, and don't forget to visit our website to gain access to our digital course, Profit for Small Firm Architects, and learn how to build a powerful profit plan that will work for your small firm. Visit EntreArchitect.com/free course, and you can get it. Hundreds of architects have already taken this course. It's a great course, and it's a great place to start building a better business. And it's free. EntreArchitect.com/free course to get access. My name is Mark Arlepage, and I am an entrepreneur architect, and I think you are too, or you wouldn't be listening. And I encourage you to build a better business so you can be a better architect. Love, learn, and share what you know. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.
Imagine earning continuing education credits while doing exactly what you're doing right now. Well, you can. Gable Media has revolutionized the way you earn your continuing education credits with a groundbreaking approach. Forget running around town and scouring the internet for credit-worthy courses. Fulfill your CE requirements effortlessly by listening to engaging podcasts just like the one you're listening to now. Our podcasts are designed to educate, entertain, and inspire, all in a user-friendly environment. But wait, there's more. Architects, Gable Media is also approved as an AIA continuing education services provider. Upon completion, we handle everything, from reporting your hours directly to the AIA to storing your certificates in your personal Gable Media profile for your self-reporting needs. So follow the link in the show notes and start earning your credits in the most innovative and entertaining way possible with Gable Media.
Attention architects and creative minds, get ready to supercharge your brand with Build Your Brand, the podcast that's unlocking the secrets of branding success for creatives. Hey there, it's Mark Arlepage, founder of EntreArchitect, and I'm inviting you to join my friend, architect marketing expert Jeff Eccles at Build Your Brand podcast, where he explores the captivating stories of the world's top brands and transforms their lessons into powerful moves for small firm architects and creatives like you. In Season 1, Jeff shares the thrilling tale of Southwest Airlines, where he dissects their journey to the summit and distills it into strategies tailor-made for you.
It's important to keep in mind that companies like Southwest compete in the real world, just like you, and face real-world challenges, just like you. You might be surprised at how similar those challenges are to the struggles that you grapple with on a day-to-day basis.
Don't miss out on your blueprint for success. Subscribe, tune in, and let's build your brand together.
You may have noticed that the very best brands in the world are also known for having somewhat unique corporate cultures. That's often the glue that holds everything together when they encounter those rough spots.
We don't do it because it inconveniences the passengers to whom we are primarily dedicated, the short haul, frequent flyer.
Follow the link in the show notes to subscribe to Build Your Brand today. Remember, no matter the size, the journey's the same. Your brand's journey to the top starts here.